Hey, Rainbow here, and welcome to my channel in my really hot and sweaty garage here in South Florida. So one of the things that I don't care for this bike and many of the other bikes that I rode was that the horn on it, they're really subpar. They're really quiet horns. They're not really loud enough. Now, before we get into what we're going to do with this motorcycle, let's talk a little bit about horns. So, in my opinion, a horn is something that you would use to kind of preempt something happening, because if you have an event happening while you're on your motorcycle, you need to spend time reacting, such as an evasive maneuver, progressive braking, something like that, in order to be safe. If you're going to sit there and rev bomb or blow your horn, sometimes it's just too late, because there's really nothing worse than getting hit or hitting something while you're blowing your horn. Makes no sense. Spend that amount of time progressive braking, spend that amount of time doing an evasive maneuver and looking for an alternative escape path, okay? With that being said, we still need horns, and they're required by law, and typically with motorcycles, they are a little bit too low. Now, full disclosure on this, Motohorn sent me this dual track. These are actually two horns. They want me to install both horns. I paid nothing for this. I know nothing about the company. I was very fortunate that they did. So I'm going to install one because that's all I have room for. And I'm going to show you how I replace one horn with one of theirs up underneath the Multistrada V4S, which I still have because I'm waiting for the Pikes Peak. I'm also waiting for an RC390, but that's for another purpose, and that probably won't get any track time until this fall when Jennings opens back up. I think the end of August, beginning of September. That's up in northern Florida, close to the Georgia border. Anyway, I am going to put in the Motohorn. I'm going to show you how I put it in, and we're going to see what the difference is. Now, one of the things I do not have is I do not have a decibel meter, so I won't be able to tell you exactly what the difference is, but just as important, ascolte, these ears, okay, will definitely be able to tell the difference of the sound between the two. So let's get started. Let's put this in. I don't know if I'm going to like it. We'll see. This is Rainbow. Let's do it now. Okay, so I did find an app that I can use, and the app I'm going to use is a freebie from the internet, and I'm just going to do it with both of them. So let's look at the original horn here. I'm just going to go just down low right here and see where we're at. Okay, get ready for some noise. It's like it's about 70, about 77, 78, something like that. That's not too shabby. Can't complain, but when I first hit it, it peaked at about 83, but then it stabilized at about 77, 78. So that's where we're at with the stock horn, 77, 78 at the most. Okay, so underneath the nosing here, you're going to come in, and there are number four hex heads. So this is, of course, Ducati, it's European, it's metric, so this is a number 4 hex head, as you can see, and there are 4 of these screws to remove. Let's take them out. Now, don't forget, there are these little plastic washers right here, okay? Make sure we don't forget those. All right, and as I was getting ready to do that, the one I just took off, it fell off and it went inside the new cranky flooring that I have, so I got to go fish that out of the floor. And up underneath, as you can see, is the stock horn. That is right here. We're going to go ahead and see how it's mounted, and we're going to take it off. All right, you're going to take these 2 wire connectors off. There's this 1 and 2 right here. And it looks like there's this 1 bolt up here to remove to take this off. So let's get up inside there, and I'll tell you what size it is in a little bit. Okay, I'm having a hard time keeping this stuff in focus, but what you need to know is that this little bolt right here is 10 millimeter. So you're just going to take this one off first, which will make it easier to get to everything else. This is the one that just holds the horn itself on. So get a 10 millimeter, and it takes the horn right off. all together. And don't forget, there's a little washer, so that makes it easy. All right, so all I did was use a 10 millimeter to take this off right here, and there's a washer, and that takes it off the bracket. So let's take a look at what the bracket looks like to see if we can reuse it, because the new system did come with a bunch of different brackets. So when these come from Motorhorn, you have a 400 hertz and a 500 hertz, two different frequencies, which probably make it very effective when they're put in there together, okay? I'm gonna look and see which one of these two actually works better and fits better, because more than likely I'm going to have to modify that pan that sits up underneath, and I may have to cut part of it out in order to fit one of these in. All right, as you can see, it's installed. If you face this horn part down like it's really shown in the videos, it'll never fit underneath here, and this will have to be cut out. You have to cut this all out in order for this to stick down. That's really not something that I'm willing to do. I'm not willing to modify the bike, even something as simplistic as this, because I don't want, you know, Ducati to flip out and use this as an excuse that something, you know, it caused a problem. So as you can see, one of the issues when you flip this up out of the way is that it's touching this ridiculous, stupid charcoal canister that I despise and wish could be removed from the bike. But it barely touches, and there's some room in there. It's nice and secure, and the horn is significantly louder. It sounds louder than it's even recording on the decibel meter. The decibel meter is going up to about 88, so it's about 10 decibels louder. But with the hertz frequency of 400, it's very, very loud. It's a significantly louder. So let's put this together and continue on. All right, battery's almost dead. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do another test with the new system in place. Here we go. Same place, same location. Wow. I think that is significantly louder. I don't know if you can tell, but that is significantly louder. In fact, the decibel meter starts off about the same, and it seems to peg out. So I don't know how accurate this decibel meter is, but my ears will tell me that that is significantly higher in decibel reading. Anyway, this was one really sweaty. Rainbow, please like, please subscribe. Definitely louder. I had to make a little adjustment down here and cut a little bit of that grade out. I'll show it to you real quick. So there you see how to make a little adjustment, had to cut a little bit of that screen out for that to fit. So it's, you know, they're very large, but they're very loud. As you can see, I can only fit one. I would never, ever be able to fit two, but what I can tell you is it is significantly louder. Anyway, this is Rainbow, a very sweaty Rainbow. Please like, please subscribe. Definitely a lot louder. I have the other half left if somebody wants it. If you're subscribed to me and you comment below and you get a hold of me once I post and say that you won, because I'm still trying to give away a hat, let me know and I will send you the other dual track. It's yours. This is Rainbow. Have a great day.